my dad was here, he would have been like, I told you not to go on that show.
Here is what you missed on week 2 of The Bachelor. At the beginning of the episode, Joey and Jesse warm up by playing some light tennis. Joey says he is feeling hopeful that his wife can be here. Later on, Jesse drops off the first date card, which announces the first group date of the season. Sydney reads the letter and mentions the words, quote, "Here comes the bride," end quote. The ladies go crazy and run over to a room where they get to select their bridal gowns. When they come outside of the mansion, they see cars that have cans attached to them with the "almost married" signs. During the limo ride over to the group date, Lauren shares with the ladies how she might get emotional since her dad recently passed away. She said she's still going through the grieving process. They all arrive at their fake wedding, and the MC, Jesse Palmer, announces that the women will compete in a traditional game of bridal musical chairs and other wedding activities to see who will win a romantic first dance with Joey and a special performer. The game commences. Some of the women walk slowly behind Joey and others walk fast to get around the table back over to him. When the music stops, Evelyn leaps over the table, which was such a shocking moment. Joey says Evelyn got an A+ for effort. Unfortunately, she did not make it in the seat in time. Joey says he needs to keep an eye out for Maria. She keeps him on his toes. After the game, Joey finally gets to talk to Evelyn, but still didn't get much camera time from her. On the other hand, Lauren is watching all the other women having fun, but she cannot get in the right mindset. She gets emotional knowing that her father is not here to see her in a wedding dress. Maria consoles her as Lauren needed to take a moment to step away. Jess chats with Joey as well and says she takes every moment with him and runs with it. And they kiss. Taylor is giving her a thumbs down and is saying to throw tomatoes at them. The beef continues to brew with these two ladies. Now, Rachel gives a wedding speech with Joey by her side. She decided to take a different approach. Joey is able to have fun with her and was blown away by her toast. In the end, Joey decides to give his first dance to Rachel. Michael Bolton comes out and performs his famous song, "When a Man Loves a Woman." The two dance as the other women look on. Rachel goes in for the kiss, and it was a really sweet moment where we got to see their chemistry for the first time. Later that day back at the mansion, Maria and Joey talk and says she couldn't help but feel a little jealous. Maria gets up and says she is going to slip into something more comfortable. She continues to keep him on her toes like Joey said. She walks out with a lacy black dress and Joey is flustered. Later on, Jess shares with the ladies how she has been in her head. Taylor said she gave them a thumbs down. Jess says it reminded her of her past relationship. She doesn't want it to affect her relationship with Joey. Joey comes and talks to her, and Jess says she lost herself in a previous 3-year relationship where there was a lot of infidelity from her ex-boyfriend. Joey appreciates her bringing it up and hopes she feels safe around him. The ladies not included in the group date get a separate note which reveals Daisy will get the first one-on-one date. She is excited but nervous. She reveals to the ladies that she started losing her hearing 8 years ago. It's a conversation that she wants to have with Joey and one that she has never had before. She doesn't know if it will go well, but she knows she's worrying in her head. Next, Lauren and Joey finally get to chat since they didn't get the chance on the group date. She tells Joey how her father won't be there at her wedding and she won't ever get to experience a father-daughter dance. She said it hit her like a ton of bricks and these emotions come in waves. Her father passed 7 months ago, so it's still fresh. Joey consoles her. At the end of the night, Joey gives the group date rose to Jess. He said her opening up meant a lot to him. Jess says she has not been this happy ever. Taylor is stone cold in the face and her nonverbals say it all. For the one-on-one date, Daisy and Joey arrive at a helicopter. This makes her nervous because she wasn't sure if she could hear him, but Thankfully, she was able to. The two arrive at the Beach Life Ranch Festival for their date. They both watch a performance of Bahamas and they get to dance on the stage. Joey says in his confessional that he is on a date with an amazing girl. He's excited to see what comes next. He felt like this date was as if she was his girlfriend. It's now time for their dinner, and Daisy needs to tell Joey the truth. She tells Joey when she was just 11 years old, she would have stroke-like seizures. When she was 17, she realized that she couldn't hear very well. Her hearing kept getting worse and she kept getting sick. She could barely walk 1 block. She moved back home with her parents and she didn't think she would ever feel better. She was then diagnosed with Lyme disease. The treatment helped, but she still struggles with her hearing. However, the cochlear implant helps with that. She shows Joey the implant and he said he never noticed it. At the end of the date, Joey gives her a rose and Daisy accepts. Historically, the first one-on-one date contestant has gone far. However, the concern comes down to the time in between the first date and the second date. If it happens right away, the other contestants might get discouraged. If it takes too long, then Daisy will struggle to watch other ladies get attention and more time with Joey. It's now time for the second group date and the ladies greet a shirtless Joey. Jubilee and Demi are welcomed in. Today, they are in boot camp to see if they can survive a relationship. They will also take part in a paintball battle to compete to spend more time with Joey tonight. The blue team ends up winning. However, the one person that Joey wants to spend extra time with is Edwina. During their time, Edwina shares growing up in an African household as the first girl child, and because of that, she had to be the mother of the house at a very young age. Failure is not an option for her. Joey said she was fully committed in the paintball challenge today and gave her a rose. Edwina confidently said that Joey will be her husband. Back at the house, things are starting to heat up between Maria and Medina. Medina was feeling insecure about being one of the oldest women at the house. Medina is 31 years old. Maria tried to relate and said she herself is old as well. What's the big deal? But it seemed to come off in a condescending way. Maria talks to Medina to clear things up, but Maria explains it felt like it wasn't a valid reason to be upset. Maria asks the ladies who the rat was that mixed her words to Medina, and Sydney was the one to speak up. Maria tries to defend what she meant in front of the ladies, but it still comes off like she is dismissing Medina's feelings. Now, Lauren starts to spiral and gets in a bad mood seeing all the girls having good conversations with Joey. She still has not gotten her chance. Lauren gets emotional and wants to redeem herself from the group date and says she hates it here. Lauren walks out and Joey chats with her. She starts crying and says she wants to go home. Joey is surprised by this and apologizes and wishes her nothing but the best. They are brought a cake by producers and Lauren throws it on the ground when she notices that it is not red velvet like she had requested. A very odd change of events. Allison is emotional because she just lost her support system, but she is going to focus on her journey with Joey. It's time for the rose ceremony. The 3 ladies that end up being eliminated are Taylor, Marlena, and Erica. In next week's episode promo, we see Joey playing tennis once again. It is the first ever Bachelor Open, a play on the US Open. The ladies are dressed up in outrageous costumes like a hot dog, a baby, a bee, and a lobster. We finally see a sneak peek of the Golden Ladies, Nancy, Susan, April, and Kathy, who will join the show for what seems like a group date involving kissing. It also seems like Joey goes on a one-on-one surfing date that seems very romantic. Lastly, we see things heating up between Maria and Sydney. Sydney says Maria has created a hostile environment. She cannot let a mean girl be a mean girl. Sydney addresses it to Joey as soon as possible. Afterward, we see Joey confronting Maria on the side. Joey says it scares him when someone doesn't show all sides of themselves. Maria gets emotional and frustrated as she walks away from the cameras. This drama, in my opinion, seems pretty pointless and kind of lame to me. It's not anything juicy, but I hope later on in the season we get some better quality drama. Alright, well that's all I have to share with you guys today. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about Lauren leaving and this new drama brewing. Make sure to share it down in the comments below. Don't forget to please like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay up to date on the latest news here at Shared. I'm your host, Hiba Berry, and thanks so much for watching.